Gus runs such a cool set. It feels like we're making a tiny movie, which is a really great feel on set. I mean, it's so low-key and absolutely no fuss about anything.
Gus is really amazing. I've never met anyone as sort of kind and engaging and really thoughtful about sort of the whole process of making a film.
I felt that Gus's sensibility and his aesthetic applied to this story would be the very best version of the movie imaginable.
Gus is the most idyllic filmmaker for a film like this because there's a few kind of like critical things that we just were hoping, you know, a director would have an understanding of. One, you know, teenagers. Two, people who are outsiders.
Reading this interview about Hal Ashby, and they were talking about how his strength as a director was he was able to create an environment where good acting could happen. And I think Gus is similar in that way. His sets are, you know, I don't want to blow up his secrets or anything, but his sets are really very calm and focused, and I think that translates onto screen.
I think Gus is really visual, and he's really calm on the set, and I think he's just create environment and connection to other actors.
He trusts all of the actors a lot, and what I've noticed is that he doesn't come in like with an idea of this is exactly how this is going to happen, you know? He kind of lets it happen, and he finds the moments, the real moments in that, and that's been really cool as an actress to be able to work with someone that trusts us. So I hear you two met at a funeral?
Memorial service.
Sorry for your loss.
It's okay. I didn't know him or whatever.
Know who?
The kid who died.
Oh.
Gus treats everyone with an equal amount of respect, and when I first got to Portland, you know, we had about a week-long rehearsal process, which I thought would be really like densely going through the lines and going through all this stuff. But I realized that it was Gus's way of orienting us into his world and what this would be like and what sort of Portland is like.
Well, Gus has shot a lot of his films in Portland, and I think that the location does play a big part, you know. He's lived in Portland for much of his life, and it's a unique place. And I think it's fun also to you know, make films outside of Los Angeles and outside of the Hollywood machine. And I think that Portland is the third character in the film. I think it does bring a lot to this movie.
Good. There's a certain thing he's able to kind of bring out of an actor that is just them, the kind of rawness of who they are, not necessarily a character or something that's piled onto them. And I think that is an incredible gift.
You think you can just leave like that?
Why not? Isn't that what you're gonna do?
You think I want to?
It doesn't matter though, does it?
So what has this been?
Gus's gift comes in creating a setting for things to unfold in, as opposed to, I think, a lot of directors who would really meticulously choreograph something or break it down into a point at which you don't have really any freedom of movement or freedom of saying your lines and you're just a puppet.
The way that he shoots is, you know, fantastic for your energy because you do minimal setups and minimal takes, and that really keeps things moving.
Kind of like creates an opportunity for people to be honest with one another, you know, these actors. I've worked with Clint Eastwood, and it's sort of a very similar style, actually. He really wants to first see what the actors will bring, or what the, you know, cinematographer will bring, or what the costume designer will bring to the table, as opposed to being like, this is my vision.
And that's the beauty of working with someone whose talent is as immense as Gus is that there's total release to the overall vision. It allows me to bring him, you know, my biggest ideas and my most dangerous ideas, and know that he's going to lead me in the right direction.
As an editor, you're locked in a little room with a film, with a story, for a year of your life, with a certain person, the director, and with a certain story. So you want to be working with somebody who you want to spend a year of your life in a room with. And, you know, I'm really fortunate to work with Gus. We both just like to play and see what you can do. And he lets me play, and I'm willing to try whatever he wants. So I think it's a pretty fulfilling relationship.
I feel like he very much understood the essence of the story I was hoping to tell and the things I was hoping to share. It felt like it was a kind of natural fit, and I was honored to have him behind the camera.
Gus approaches films in a very visual, very emotional way that are real visual expressions of what's going on. Sometimes it's minimalism, sometimes it's surreal, but it's always expressive and very moving in its own way.
I think everybody came to set like really loving and respecting what they're doing and respecting Gus's choices and really putting like 100% into the film. Everyone just had so much joy and so much like love for each other, and I think that Gus is very much responsible for creating this environment.